Indeed, indeed. Don't you ever forget that.
You ready? Are you ready?
Big up, everybody. Big up. Please do me a favor. Hit that subscription button, notification button, like button, all that good stuff. As we already know, people turn up when we turn up. And of course, me and Uncle Roz are back for yous. We're trying to get the other crew. You know what I mean? I thought they enjoyed it yesterday. I thought they wanted another one for today. But, I haven't seen them so far. But we'll wait for them. We'll wait. But I've got the big man with me. I've got the legend that is Mr. Uncle Rods, who's doing some wonderful things in his channel, by the way. I'm jealous, Unks. Let me just put it that way. I ain't happy, man. I ain't happy, mate. You know what I mean? More subscribers than me. Even, more views than me. No, man, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, man. I'm jealous. Absolutely jealous. But how are you?
You're being modest, man. You're smashing it. You're being modest.
How are you, Uncle? How's everything?
I'm very well. I'm very well. Very well. But you're being modest, though. You're smashing it.
Nah.
Yeah, you're smashing it.
I'm being serious, man.
Listen, I'm in envy of you, sir. I'm in envy of you.
No.
Yeah, I'm very well. Very well. Listen, it's a good time to be a Red, isn't it? It's a good time to be a Red, and big moves are happening with Liverpool in the way of players and such forth. Did you see our man score tonight?
That's what I was just about to ask you. How did he do today?
Well, I saw bits of the game.
Yeah.
Because I had a bit of relaxation earlier on, and I just had the game on in the background.
Yeah.
So most of the first half, I fell asleep, but parts that I saw, he's playing very well. His movement was very, very good. Retrieving the ball, passes, and such forth. I thought he had a good game, and then obviously the second half come, and he sprung to life again.
I saw the bit he stepped on Bernardo Silva's toe.
Yes, I love that. I love that, and that's why I so want him at my club. Do you know what I mean? That shithousery, I love it. We need more of that, man. We need more of that. He stepped on a rat's foot. Yeah, I like it. I'm sorry, I like it.
I can't stand Bernardo Silva. I never did in the past. I really hated him. It's the games we play against City that pisses me off when he's on there. For a small guy, somebody needs to put it on him. You know what I mean? Just kick him in Rose Dead or something. But nobody does that. Everyone just lets him run around. And I remember when we got the Guard of Honor in the first one with Man City in an empty stadium, he came out with I think his pajamas or something. He had a coffee in his hand. Wasn't even clapping that much. And I said, "Wow, disrespect at its
Never liked him from there. Never liked him. And then what it is, you remember they used to have that guy Mendy in the team, innit?
Yeah.
And that guy
done over,
sorry. And that guy Mendy was sort of like he's apparently, I think he was Portuguese, sort of like, I think from Angola, one of them countries there, but he was, Portuguese speaking African, sort of like. Anyway, what happened is like he was making racist jokes, wasn't
he? Yeah.
And he was making racist jokes and that. And I thought, from then I didn't like. I thought, nah, sorry, mate. And he tried to make the things about it, and he tried to make an excuse out of it. Instead of like apologize and say, like, my bad, I shouldn't have done that. Do you know what I mean? This and that, right? He tried to make an excuse about it. So like, oh, me and him are friends. That's how we talk to each other.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No, I mean, so like, and he had was it Salah stepped to him as well, didn't he? Salah stepped to him, you know what I mean, and stuff. So I never liked him. So that shithousery that he done to sort of like Banana Silva tonight, I loved it. And he stuck it on something else as well, didn't he? Do you know
I didn't see the game. I only saw that bit. That was all over the news.
I saw that bit, and I saw the bits before. I saw the goal, and it was really good goal. It was a good goal. He kind of peeled off the back of the defender, you know what I mean, and just headed it in the like.
I saw that.
Sent it back across goal. Listen, he's gonna be some player for us, bro. I'm telling you, some player for us.
Can't wait for it, my guy. Can't wait for it. Please like, share, subscribe, people. Big up Liam. Big up, of course, Daryl. Big up, brother. Hope everything is well with you. We will get to your comments as time goes on. Don't worry about that. Big up Ravi as always. We're back every time for you guys. And I mean, Scottish Bear, legend, absolute legend. The starting lineup is already here. I'll put a poll up about, I want to do a starting 11 for LRFC team, monks. So we have all these guys, with us in the LRFC. We have our own team basically. If you're a regular, you get in there, and you know what I mean. And if you're consistent, all that stuff. So we could just like put it up sometimes and just discuss it, like those roles and all that stuff. It's quite something good, something to do, innit? Yeah. So, Anks, what I want to ask you is, with Arne Slot, this coming season, obviously, is going to be his second season. Where do you want us to be? Obviously, we've won the league. What's the next steps for Arne Slot to, prove to us he is the right man, and he is here, obviously, for the long term and success at the same time? What does he have to do to convince us? We want to win more titles, because sometimes the first league title, it happens. Obviously, people say because the other teams are not good enough and all that stuff. But what do you want from him next season and beyond that? That's what I'm asking, my friend, and the chat that is as well, for the chat.
I would like him to retain the title. I always think that the title is the most important thing. It's the most important thing. Things like the Champions League, obviously, I spoke about my feelings on the Champions League stuff, but things like the Champions League, to me, takes a back seat to the league.
Yeah,
I mean, FA Cup for me will be second. Champions League third, and League Cup fourth. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being that when you look at the FA Cup, it's the most prestigious tournament in the world. It's the longest in the world. Do you know what I mean? So it's got prestige to it. Really got prestige to it. League as well. The league, listen, that's your bread and butter. That is your bread and butter. That is your biggest platform that you can get. Do you know what I mean? As I said, the Champions League, it's not like it used to be. Do you know what I mean? It's not like it used to be.
You don't really rate it that much, do you, anymore?
Not really. I mean, for the honest day, if we're in it, and if obviously if we win it, yes, I'll be happy. Who wouldn't be? Do you know what I mean? Who wouldn't be? But I don't rate it as much as a league. Listen, when I see the way that we got sort of put it this way, the way that sort of you had all these people at the parade for the league, winning league, for getting to number 20, the vibe all around it. Do you know what I mean? The vibe coming up on the train, and you know what I mean. The vibe in I keep forgetting where we were actually. Anyway,
the Strand in that,
the Strand. Yes, the Strand. Yeah, I keep forgetting. The vibe, all that. Really, it's just the whole vibe of the day. Obviously, there was a few incidents in the day that kind of dampen it, but when you look at it, the whole thing, it was just amazing. Do you know what I mean? It was just amazing.
Special day.
Feel it and day, sort of when you look at the league, it's longevity.
Yeah,
you have to be good over a certain amount of months, and you have to sustain that quality over a certain amount of months. You understand what I'm saying? With this sort of Champions League, not so. Not so. Do you know what I mean? You got situations where look at PSG. They had to qualify to get in the knockout stage, and then they win it in the end. Do you know what I mean? So,
that was a strange one, to be fair.
Yeah, strange one. And then what? It's fuzzy. Got you've now got 6 British teams that's gonna be in the Champions League. You've got one team at the day that finished 17th. I mean, come on, lads. You know what I mean? So you look at the league. It's a more harder competition to win. Do you know what I mean? So to be honest, at the day, the recognition for winning the league, Shimon, is going to be more greater, and plus as well.
Yeah,
that'd be 21.
Exactly, my friend.
Man United.
Exactly, man.
Yes,
and that's what people don't look at as well, isn't it? The people don't look into that, how important it is to win that 2021. That means you're out there on your own, like we used to be back in the day. If you look at Liverpool back in the day, Liverpool were on 18 titles, and Man United were 7 titles.
Yeah, 7.
So in that 30 years, they clawed the whole thing back, if you know what I mean. And that's unacceptable. How can a team, a football club like Liverpool, beat in 18 titles, and your rivals who are on 7 catch you up just like that? with a snap of a finger. You know what I mean?
Makes no
Obviously, it
sense.
took careers away. Obviously, it took Alex Ferguson's entire career to do that, but he's done it. And he said one day I'll knock them off their perch, and he did. If you know what I mean? So that's something we got to do next 5 to 6 years. We're looking like we're buying for the future, and Arne Slot doesn't look like he's mucking about. What do you like? You know, like you had your reservations with Arne Slot, Unks, yeah, and you saw what he's done in the past, obviously season. You enjoy it when he's like, I don't give a damn who you are. You either play good. If you don't, you're not in the team. He's very, very ruthless, you know. You know what I mean? It's not like you know, the type of manager that's gonna put an arm around the shoulder of players. You know what I mean? He always says that you're playing for Liverpool Football Club. They expect higher standards from you. If you can't get to that, then you know the door is there for you to go. And I like that about him. I like the ruthless side of it. And as we said before, we discussed this, me and you, about me saying I prefer a coach rather than manager in the modern game, because a coach has got no affiliation with anybody else outside Liverpool Football Club. It's only about the players, training every day, and you know, getting it done on the pitch, season in and season out. If you know what I mean.
No, facts, big facts. Yeah, that's what we want. You know what I mean? To be honest today, if you want to be champions over a consecutive period of time, again and again and again, you have to be ruthless. You have to say to players, listen, today, right, this is what I want from you. If you cannot deliver that, well, then, you know, you're no good to me. You know what I mean? It might sound ruthless, but this is how you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is how we got this. There's no room for sentimentality, is there? Really? You know what I mean? There's no room for that. You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at Klopp, I think Klopp had his hands tied. Do you know what I mean? In certain situations, so that's why he had to rely on certain players that he got. But now this is different. We're led to believe it's a different era, so we don't need to rely on certain players. So we could be more ruthless. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I had my reservations about Arne Slot, but I'm starting to warm towards him. I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to warm towards him. And I did say it, and they sort of like, you know, obviously for sake of repeating myself, I did say, look, you know what, if it comes to a situation where I'm wrong, I'll hold my hands up. And so far, I'm holding my hands up because he's coming his first season and won the league. Something that Mikel Arteta couldn't do. Do you know what I mean?
How many years has Arteta been there, mate? Like, and how much time did he spend?
Well, put it this way, it's going to be his sixth season.
Wow.
Sixth season, sort of like this season coming up, the sixth one. And he's already looking to buy Benjamin Sesko. Yeah, that's going to cost him about 90 million.
Oh my God!
Right. Apparently, the quote between 90 and 92 million that's going to cost Arsenal to buy him. Right. There's that Zubimendi, and that's probably looking shaky because he's coming out with the same thing as what he came out towards us.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
He's mentally not well, mate. He's mentally not well, man. There's something wrong with that guy. Sorry to say that, guys. You know what I mean? I think the guy's got mental health issues because he's twerking for Real Madrid all of a sudden. He says Xavi Alonso is his favorite player of all time and all this stuff. I'm thinking to myself, bro, you're on the way to Arsenal. Why are you talking about Xavi Alonso, man? I mean, it's a weird one with that guy, Unks. He's luck. I'm telling you, we dodged the bullet for that one. Because I think he would have been homesick in a couple of seasons. He would have said, I want to go back to Real Sociedad. It's like a baby, innit? It's like this mentality of a child. Some people don't grow, you know what I mean? And I think this is Zubimendi's mentality when you watch him as a footballer. He's just got a brain of a child and he's never going to change. Good luck, Arsenal. I said, as I said to you before as well, Unks, and the chat, I said, it's just replacing Jorginho with Jorginho from what I can see. Similar players. Physicality, he ain't all there. He's a very small player, and the Premier League is a brutal league if you're not ready for it. And the way he's acting, you know what I mean, it doesn't look like a player that wants to be part of the Premier League because he knows the physical side will actually hurt him in the long run. And this is why he's acting up. He wants to stay in Spain. It looks like as well to me when I'm looking at him at the moment. Let me get to the chat. Big up Liam. He says Kerkez and Wirtz. OMG, yeah, 100%, bro. It's something crazy, bro. Crazy. How are you, fella? I'm good, brother. And Uncle Ross is good. Big up Daryl as always, bro. We're gonna do that starting 11 for our team over here, man. Don't worry about that. It's coming, man. You're the goalkeeper. I already put you in goal, man. Don't worry. Wirtz is phenomenal. No service in that shit German team. I didn't watch the game, bro. I fell asleep. Let me just put it that way. I know I said earlier I was gonna watch it, but bedtime sometimes for me, man. You know what I mean? If I fall asleep, I'm a hard man to wake up, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, hit the likes, people. Appreciate that. Ravi, what you saying, bro? What you saying? Fozzie and crew will on come again.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Whelan come again. That's what it means. That's what you say. Whelan come again.
Go
Do you
on
know?
with it.
You know, you was doing that thing in the day like, earlier on in the other show, the rewind. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's like wheel up. They go like wheel up the tune. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, wheel up that.
It's all good, guys. It's all good. But are you?
Are you ready?
People know. It's D-Generation X, obviously. Big up Scottish Bear, bro. Appreciate you being on. I know you guys got your own things going. Me and Uncle Roz are wearing the same kit. I just noticed that, man. What are you copying me for, Uncle, man?
I don't know, man.
How dare you?
I told you, you're my idol. You're my idol.
Because you're moving up, you're leaving us behind now. You're getting the shirt now, yeah?
Stop it.
Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Rod's in the house, Daryl, 100%, bro. Smash the likes like Scottish Bear said. I'm just going through your comments, guys. I'm going through your comments. Let me go all the way down to the bottom. Like the replica, was it? I don't say it. Can't even see that.
Like the Republica songs.
Republica song.
Baby, I'm ready to go. Republica.
Republic.
There's a group.
There you go, man. Uncle Rod, of course. Ravi says Rod and Fozzie, the new Ivy and new Ant and Deck. I don't know about Ant and Deck, man. We don't do that. You know. What was that song? Oh, I forgot it. They did this, song back in the day. They were doing that dance.
Was it Let's Get Ready to Rumble or something?
Rumble, that's it. Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah.
Like a groove. That damn serious back in the day. Dara says Wirtz has no help in that German side. I think they're declining, mate, from what I can see.
They're poor. They're very poor.
They're not as good as they used to be. You know what I mean? They can get better. You know what I mean?
But mind you, sorry to cut across you. Mind you, there's quite a few players that weren't playing tonight, like Musiala and co. There was, some injuries and stuff. So, you can excuse them.
Weird. Okay. Yeah. Ravi says, yo, you hear about Rashford landing himself a bird or a crow in
Astridge West.
In desperate LOL, that girl has picked up more dirt than CBO, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Stop that. Stop that.
Deep, man. You're not deep.
Allow Rashford, man. Let the guy go. You know that thing, Felicia. Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Bye, Felicia. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. That's what it is about Rashford now. It's one of those ones. He's not one of us, man. We don't represent him. Sorry. Hello, man. That guy, man. Goodness gracious me. Man United need to do this. They need to cash in on him, man. Get rid of him straight away, man. Don't waste his time.
Let's talk about him going Barcelona, isn't they?
Yeah. Listen, he's got the ability, isn't he? But it's just the mentality, there is it. That's the problem with him. If Aston Villa wanted him, they would have actually bought him, and they didn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. We already spoke to Daryl. Big up, brother, for that. Wirtz, what he says, Wirtz is crusty blood, and will cook like Rod's making. Oh my, oxtail in the Dutch pot, 100%.
Yeah, oxtail, boy.
There you go, man.
Do you know how long I had oxtail? Do you know how long I had that? Oh my gosh, it's been a minute since I had a good oxtail, boy.
Yeah,
been a minute. Yeah, oxtail and rice and peas. Jesus Christ!
Wow, big up, man. Champions League for me. Oh, next season's Champions League for you, Daryl. Not Premier League. Wow, that's the first Liverpool fan I see say that. Okay. No, okay, if you want it like that. From Wirtz could be pivotal with number 21. 21. Okay. And number 21 will be celebrated like no other. You're spot on, Scottish Bear. You know, like or was it 1.5 million people turned up for the last one? Can you imagine 21 when you're breaking a record? Because we are going to break a record. We just equaled the record recently. We're going to break a record next, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I agree with you. I think the party will be crazy. Let me just put it that way. Yes, Mr. Dara, big up, brother. Hope everything's is okay with you, man. My guy. Big up for that. Sean, always a pleasure, brother. Hey, lads, Sean from AKMLFC. How are you all doing? We're all good, bro. We're all good.
Good,
We're
man.
celebrating every day, brother, because we've got players coming in. It's like this.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go, baby. Feel it all so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go.
Oh, stop it. That never gets old. Never gets old.
You can't, man. We're celebrating, isn't it? That's what we're doing, man. So you got to put music on that we could actually play. Otherwise, YouTube is being YouTube, being miserable lads, behind the keyboard, keyboard warriors. Yes, sure, no. Let's just carry on then. Lee Whiskey, big up, bro. Big up, Lee. Big up, bro. Hope everything's okay with you. Let me say what Dara's saying. When are you guys going to invite me on? I'm working now, but often free. I'm gonna be probably doing this on a daily basis, Dara. What I want to do next is the chat to come on. I mean, so all of you guys to come on and have your say on the channel. So just wait for me. I promise we're gonna do it very, very soon. Because sometimes I do put the link obviously on the chat and you guys come on. That's what I did that thing last week. So you're gonna get it, mate. Don't worry about that, man. You're always welcome up here, bro. Yeah, big up Lee Wizkid, man. It's been a while. I hope everything's okay with you. Yeah, so as you can see about Kerkez, bro, signing a Liverpool shirt. I'm looking forward to this kid, Unks. I'm really, really looking forward to this kid. I think this kid's going to be phenomenal as a left back. It will remind us of, prime Robertson. If you know,
Yes.
I think he's more attacking, more aggressive, love to defend, very quick. So he gives you more, in his game than most left backs I've seen around the Premier League. Because a lot of people were telling me in other YouTube channels, why don't you guys go for Robinson from Fulham? And I said Robinson can run forward, but the thing I have with him, the issue that I have with him is his defensive side. Whenever I see him defending, he struggles. You know what I mean? And some people are just good at going forward, and that is it. But to me, the priority is the defending first. And after that, everything can come together. What do you think about that?
No, it's true. I think, but the only thing about Robertson, he's the wrong player profile for for the club. Do you know what I mean?
Why do you say that?
Yeah, sorry.
What do you say? Why do you think that?
Yeah, because of his age. Do you know what I mean? They will want somebody like that to be Kerkez's age, a bit younger. Do you know what I mean? That's their player profile to go for younger players, especially in these times now, because they're trying to build a club for the future, not for the shortcomings. You know what I mean? I can see them probably bringing in probably one player. Do you know what I mean? That's probably over the age of 25 and such. Do you know what I mean? But they won't make it a habit. Do you know what I mean? Especially if it's like the defensive part of it. You know what I'm saying? They want to be sort of like more younger and more better. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I was mentioning about Kerkez the other day. Not Kerkez, Gyökeres. I was speaking with Gyökeres the other day. Yeah. And even that will be like a stopgap. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Do you know what I mean? It won't be sort of like something that, that we're gonna say, this is our sole player. Do you know what I mean? So yes, Robertson may be sort of like a good player, but as I said, I agree with you. His defensive side leaves a lot to be desired about. Do you know what I mean? And I just think that Kerkez has got the full package. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So he he can go bomb forward, and his recovery is good as well. So you're getting a full 100 with him. You understand me? So Kerkez will always win in that transfer competition, sort of like hands down all the time. A player profile like Kerkez, I just don't see Robertson being the right player profile, and plus I don't think he's actually. Is he good enough for Liverpool? Is he? Do you know what I mean? So
it just reminds me of the old defenders, left back that we used to have in the past, like Ziga or Risa. Good going forward, but the defensive side is is suspect. That's what I'm trying to say to people. I'd rather have a player with, like, in the last few years we've had 2 fullbacks that's their defensive side is a lot to be desired, which is Trent and Robertson. Robertson ain't the player that he used to be. Trent, we're still trying to find the defensive side of Trent. So now, like, we're going for players that's opposite to that. Even though a lot of people say Frimpong's defensive side is a bit suspect as well, but I think when you play for a bigger club, the best of your ability comes out, which means that you will work extra. You stay after your training sessions to improve as a player as well. So, when you go to a big club, Unks, it's demanding, and you as a player have to improve, because you can't get any higher than Liverpool. Let's just put it that way. And if you don't you don't really live up to the standards, as we saw from Arne Slot, he won't play you anymore. So this is the direction we're going. I'm all up for it, man. I can't wait. I just can't wait. I'm getting excited every single day. I just want to wake up, and then here we go. You know what I mean? The players are coming through the door. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Angst, good things are happening, bro. And I think we deserve it, mate, because we've been patient for so many years. And I think, like, the lack of respect for us as a fan base compared to other clubs, made us do things out of our character towards the ownership. You know what I mean? And finally, I think the recognition is there from the ownership and everybody else. And going for players like this clearly shows they've listened, they've looked at us, and after that parade, I think they realized how big this football club is. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean?
It's a wake-up call for everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it was a wake-up call for everybody still. Do you know what I mean? It's just that my bloody... I'm getting some feedback from my microphone.
I could hear you properly, man. There's no issues. There's no one saying there's an echo or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, it's just that sort of like, as a wake-up call for everybody. The parade, us winning the sort of like the title for the 20th time. It was a wake-up call for everybody. They finally realized that they sort of like what they've been trying to play with, you know what I'm saying? And what they've been trying to disrespect, you know what I mean? Because we've had a lot of disrespect this season, haven't we? If you think about it, we've had a lot of disrespect, you know what I mean? Where sort of like people have said, like, we ain't played nobody, we ain't this and we ain't that, do you know what I mean? And and we still finished.
Who do you have to play somebody then? We played Arsenal last season twice. We played Man City twice. We played Man United twice. So who do we have to play if we play nobody? Like, that kind of talk is a loser talk, a loser mentality.
That's
what that club's got. You know what I mean? We've been challenging Man City for 9 years. We never heard. We haven't played anybody. We haven't heard us crying about injuries. We haven't heard a lot of the screw jobs that happened during the seasons. We should have won the league as well. You know what I mean? So like, we just got on with it. But when these small teams like come and challenge for titles, there's always excuses, Unks, and it's frustrating, man, because some of the fan base listen to that crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're telling you how crap they are, and you're listening to it. You're just catering to them, saying we haven't played anybody and all this stuff. The referees are against them. Have you seen Liverpool Football Club referees down the years? You know what I mean? That's animosity at its best. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, man.
If we was to go on about, start talking about how we got cheated by the referees, we'll be here from tonight to tomorrow.
Exactly, man.
You know what I mean? But like, I just think at the end of the day, sort of like, it's been a wake-up call for our rivals. It has been a wake-up call for our rivals to say that, look, listen, we've always been a big club, we just literally let people have their chance.
Yeah.
Everybody has their reign. Do you know what I mean? It's just that sort of like, you know, when Man United had their reign, you know, in the 90s and the 2000s and that, what a lot of people don't realize that there was a lot of hidden agendas with that situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, obviously we won't go into that, but like, you know, but when we do it, we do it organically.
Yeah.
We do it the right way. Do you know what I mean? We're forced to because we don't get any favors.
100%. What do you think about rivals, mate? Like they're signing Reinders from AC Milan, Man City. Looks like the 26-year-old is heading towards Man City. He's a good player. I really like him. But I was discussing with Nalante earlier about Reinders. I said AC Milan owners are Redbird. Redbird own part of FSG. Why are they selling to Man City, to our rivals? That's what I don't understand. You know what I mean? Last summer we tried to get Alvarez, right? That's what the club said, right? And what did Man City say? Do one. We're not strengthening your team to make
simply
you better.
said no.
Yeah. So why are, you know, part of our ownership or part of FSG group selling to Man City? That's what I don't understand.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I think to me, in the day, it's like, you know, it's, you put it this way, the way that they like to spend money, to me, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, I can't understand it. Why they like to spend? They like to spend like 200 million, in the transfer in this first January transfer window. 200 million they spent, and now they're up to about nearly 100 million. You know, because Reinders is coming in for sort of like you know, 50. Is it 55 or something like that? 55 million.
Is it there? I think. Yeah, 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, 5-year deal. I think it's a 26-year-old, 55 million euros.
Yeah,
about 50 million, something like that. Yeah.
So that can be about 45, and then you got sort of like, then they're spending about 40 million on Kerkez. You know, for the Kerkez is going through. So then they're nearly up to 100 million.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So in 2 weeks,
and don't forget you're forgetting. I think the January transfer window as well.
That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say. So like, when you put all that together, it's going to be sort of like more or less nearly 300 million. Do you know what I mean? Nearly 300 million. They're allowed to spend.
Yeah.
How's that right?
There you go, mate. I don't understand, you know, especially a team in court, because you know recently they're trying to like balance the books, innit?
Yeah.
Because you know they've been saying we're innocent and we've been doing the things the right way. They stopped spending like they usually do, hence why they struggled in the Premier League. You could see, you know, a team without spending a lot of money, how they perform, which is similar to last season. All of a sudden, because Liverpool dominated the league, you know, whitewashed the league, they're spending like they used to. You know what I mean? And the thing I don't understand is if Pep Guardiola's got, I think, a season and a half left or something in his contract, why are players going down there? Unless it's financial reasons, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I could think about, because he said he's going to leave for sabbatical, didn't he? Not so long ago. So if he's going to be doing that, not staying long, packing his bags and leaving, the only way those players are heading towards that direction is because there's a heavy, you know, financial package in their bank account. That's what it is as well. So it's madness. You're spot on what you're saying. Like for a team that's in the courts and has been being careful with the spending recently, it's kind of crazy how all of a sudden they're spending a lot of money.
They've got 115 charges against them. Imagine that, 115 charges against them, but they're still allowed to spend money at the top of money. And when it was Everton, when you look at Everton, when they had the few breaches right, which they owned up for it, you know what I mean, right? They couldn't wait to take the pound of flesh from them.
Exactly, man.
At the end of the day, you look at something like you know, Man City's like they seem to be pussyfooting around with them. Don't want to do this and don't want to do that. It's just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, really. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I say. Like at the end of this transfer window, this calendar year, they'll be up to about 300 million.
Oh yeah,
or more. Do you know what I mean? Depending on who comes in. Because they're still looking at other players that we're looking at as well.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, big up Nolante, brother. Are you good? Hang on, man. Are you good, Nolante?
Yes, what's good? What's good? What's good? I see the generals in the building, Mr. Uncle Rods. You don't know. Blessings, Uncle Rods, general in the building. Come on. Fuzzy, come on, man. You gotta salute the general right here, man. Come on, Fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
Money,
This is the this is
No money anymore, guys. You know what I mean?
Let your soul glow. Just let it shine through.
Yes, man.
That's what Uncle was, my guy. That's what
yes.
Yeah, you know how it
So
goes, man.
glow,
You know how it
yes,
goes.
Uncle Rods. You
Okay.
don't know.
Uncle, man. Yeah,
Pick up Fuzzy. Come on, pick up chat. Pick up the chat. We're here.
Yeah, we were just discussing Man City spending, Alante, like how it's weird. You know what I mean? All of a sudden they're spending like no tomorrow again. Like where is the you know the careful side of Man City? You know what I mean? They haven't been spending like this for a while now. All of a sudden they're spending like Uncle Rod said, like over 200 million all of a sudden.
That's true. Steve, man. Steve, again.
What's happened?
Steve, Fuzzy already told you this. This was after the show, not on the show. The show had finished.
Let me just see what Sean is saying, guys. Yeah. Hey, Scottish. Of course, I'm okay, lad. Needs surgery on my back, so shit in it. Oh, sorry to hear that, brother.
Oh, sorry, Sean.
Man.
Bless up, man. Bless
We're
up.
all with you, man. Best of luck, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, best of luck, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we was just discussing, obviously, about Man
JK
City.
in the building there.
Bless
man.
Yes, my brother JK, right hand man.
Let me just I would like both Prem and the Champions League as we are going for game changers in our team. Oh, that's a good shot. I like that. Both trophies. If we could get it, I think we will get it through the direction of depth in the squad, and we rotate properly. That's the only way you could win Champions League. That's the way not Man City. Well, they won it, of course, but before. But I'm talking about PSG won it. Don't forget what they did. They were rotating the team, and in a certain times they didn't even play the first team. If you know what I mean. So this is what we got to do next season if we're serious about the Champions League. But it all depends on the depth. Like because there's a lot of players coming in, but you're forgetting there's a lot of players going out. So you do need a lot of like 2 players for each position. So we have to wait and see in that one. Yeah.
For me, Nalante about 5 months ago, even maybe. It seems a long time ago. He was like rotation, and because we were winning, we weren't really paying attention to that.
Yeah.
And what happened was it bit us in the backside at the end of the day, you know. For me, next season, I ain't gonna take no excuses of not having a squad capable of handling a Champions League game and a final league game and all these sort of things, man. Bless up the chat as well. Lady B, Scottish Bear, Sean, Steve, everyone.
True Dawn is in the house as well. Big up, True Dawn.
Yep. So for me next season, we've got to do it more better in that way of strategically resting players. You know, on Brian's show, they were talking about Yamal. The guy's going to be battered by the time he's 26, 27.
I did say that about Jude Bellingham. Now look at what happened to Jude Bellingham. I said that a year ago.
You know what it is as well? Is if they was just playing football and training, they'd probably get away with it. But what it is, the media attention and the photos, the interviews, the image rights, and this looking like this, that plays a big part of it nowadays. Back in the days, a footballer plays football, go training, go home to his missus, eat his dinner, do the same thing in the game tomorrow. None of this show business stuff. And football is show business. Let's not. They're bigger than Hollywood stars. Some of these players, you know. And
business,
I think
it's a business, isn't it? It's a business nowadays.
It's a business. Like one player can cost you over £100 million. Houses don't even cost that much. You know what I mean? You can buy a lot of fucking houses.
Save a lot of lives. You know what I mean? That can save a lot of lives, mate. You know what I mean? Having a house,
2 houses in London. You know what I mean?
You know.
Yeah, so that's what it is, football now, man. I think Virgil is the one guy who handles, like for me, Virgil's smart guy, man. He could be a Versace model if he wanted to be. And he handles it the best, bro. You would never see him stressed. Never. He's the
Never.
captain of Liverpool, bro. What a cool guy that guy is.
Yeah.
And I think the younger generation can look at Van Dijk and say, you know what, that's the way to do it. I think when you're young and stuff, look at Sancho, bro. Sancho, what has that guy done for the last few years? Nothing. His career's over for me.
Yeah.
He's done. Money, maybe too much money. Reece James, another one. A lot of these guys can handle money, bro. And
I remember about Sancho, JK. You know, a lot of Liverpool fans wanted him at Liverpool, innit?
I didn't. But,
And I was honest about him. I said
Mm.
he could do a lot in Germany, but I look at him like the way he left Man City, and you know, didn't come through the youth system like Foden did. It showed me mentality-wise, he was never up for it, bro. Like, you know, I'm all for, you know, young players, you know, getting into, you know, big teams and all that stuff. But I look at him, he's not that. He never was that player. I mean, it's like went to a team like Dortmund, who were not the Dortmund that we remember under Klopp, and just done okay.
done
Really.
okay. He done well. He done well. And
No,
I
you
think
done
Haaland-
more than okay, to be fair.
Yeah. Haaland, I think scoring at the same time, winning them games and stuff, it sort of helped. But for me,
You guys are gonna
Haaland,
carry on.
he smashed it, bro. He's left Dortmund and smashed it. He's scoring goals all the time in the Premier League. Even though he missed a lot of the season, he's still got a good number of goals. And Sancho, bro, this is like a lot of them players, they just like lose their way, go to a big club and they can't find their feet.
Yeah.
It don't really happen at Liverpool. I'm being honest. I think at Liverpool, Kiate is the only guy I can really say was a big money signing, and he really fluffed it up. You know, he didn't really do it.
Injured every time, yeah.
Injured all the time. Sabotla is on that path. Darwin, maybe for few, is on that path already and stuff. So Sabotla, a big season coming up for him, man. He has to really, because he's got Wirtz there now taking a spot up. You know? So,
I think, you know, I think just to touch on that, I think that when you look at Jadon Sancho, all these troubles started when he did leave Dortmund. When he was at Dortmund, he was all right. You know what I mean? Obviously, he was all right in his career. You know what I mean? He may not being prolific, but he was all right in his career. He had no worries. It's when he came to sort of like Man United, and then he was put on obviously 350 grand a week and stuff. They were expecting too much out of him, and then he had that season where he didn't do nothing, and then, you know, he had a bust up with Ten Hag, and when he had a bust up with Ten Hag, I just think there was no going back. Really, you know, he went back on loan to Dortmund, then went back to Man United, then gone to Chelsea on loan, and now he's back at Man United now. You know, because Chelsea are not going to buy him; they're going to pay a $5 million premium for that.
Penalty, yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I mean? You know,
wow,
which is nothing to them.
Wow,
yeah, which is nothing to them. You know what I mean? To spend that money, but like, you know, I think his problem started when he left sort of like Dortmund. To me, they should have stayed at Dortmund. Do you know what I mean?
Learn your craft, as they say.
But for me, bro, go on.
Just stay there. Do you know what I mean? Because all right,
stay there.
You know, he's come to Man United and he's in Chelsea and he's scored some goals, right? But it's the stress that's come with it. He didn't have that at Dortmund.
No,
he never had that at Dortmund. When he was at Dortmund, he was fine. Do you know what I mean? I tell you what, teams like Man United and teams like Chelsea are toxic, bro. They are toxic teams. You know what I mean?
And that's why, for me, a footballer needs to realize if his agent is good for him, because if his agent comes to him and says, listen, lad, there's Chelsea and United are coming in, so are Liverpool, but Liverpool are offering 100 grand less than them two, I reckon you should go to Chelsea. If he says that to you, you need to get rid of your agent.
Yeah, facts.
Simple.
Facts.
You can see even Trent, in it. He looked like, to me, he regretted his decision at the end. You know what I mean? It looks like, he wasn't happy. Honestly, it looked like he regretted. You know, like those times when you say, "Oh shit, I fucked up," kind of thing. That's how I saw Trent when I looked at him at the end. But he ain't up there anymore. Just leave him to it, really.
Yeah, but I don't wish him like not well and stuff. No, I like Trent. I think as a footballer, forget anything else. For me, as a footballer, could have been one of the best. I mean,
Oh,
he
yeah.
could have been, bro. And I'm really disappointed in him because I remember when he first burst on the scene, I'm thinking, who the hell is this guy? This guy's something special. And he showed it for the first 3-4 years, smashed it, and hasn't been great for the last 3. That's a pity, man. That's a real pity.
Probably a Trump supporter. Yes, Dara, mate. Big up, brother.
Bless up,
Trump,
Dara,
you
yeah.
know. When I said Trump, you know.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, Donald.
Listen, I'm enjoying the chat,
Donald.
guys. Honestly, the chat is brilliant as we're going along. Let me just read out the comments as we go. Guys, please, just get your comments through. We will read it and, obviously respond to it as well. So do that for us. Zubamendi doesn't know what he's doing. He is doing, and what he wants. I'm glad we didn't get him. I don't want anything thinking we are a stepping stone. We aren't. We are the fucking rock. You're spot on.
Fact.
No, mate. Facts.
Sean.
For that, I'll give you the GOAT status, brother. I'll give you the GOAT status.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
There you go, bro. You got the GOAT. You got the
I don't really
GOAT.
like that term, goat. I think it's nah, not for me. Goat.
No,
God is God.
never liked it.
God is God, bro. No human is close to God. That's how I see it.
Oh,
No, go.
greatest of all time. No,
He's
not
God
God.
of all
It's
things,
not
no?
God. It's a
Great.
GOAT.
No,
Greatest of
not
all
God.
things.
Oh, no, can't JK.
No,
No,
I don't do that.
No, just the greatest
Greatest
player.
of all
That's
time.
all.
It means the
That's it,
greatest
yeah.
of all time.
Yeah,
Oh,
here's
God.
all time.
Don't like that JK now?
No, not my cup of tea, bro.
Ah,
No.
come on, man. Come on.
I hear what you're saying, JK. I
This
hear
is
what
your
you're
cup
saying,
of tea,
but
though, isn't it? This is his cup of tea, innit? Come on, come on.
No,
fuck it.
That's your
That's
cup
my
of
cup
tea,
of
innit? You like that? See?
Bro,
Smiling already. Like,
I
laughing
seen it
about
earlier
it.
Yes.
today.
Of course.
It was
Every time you hear that, of course, sick. You're back in it.
Man, you gotta get the spray out. We should all
Yes,
sit here with the spray next time. On
Oh, damn, I need the spray. Oh, anyway, let's not talk about hair. Let's.
Oh, glow. Oh, well,
Don't
bald,
glow,
man.
man.
It's okay, man. It's nothing wrong with being bald. Let me just put it that way, people.
Anyway, let's I don't want to talk about
Bold
that.
and courageous.
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate. Dara says, when are you guys? Oh, yeah, of course, I already spoke about that. Sorry about that, bro. Spoke about that already. We're gonna, like I said, in the Lante, Jacob, sometimes we do have those shows, don't we? We bring people
Yeah.
on. So we're gonna do that very soon.
Yeah, we
I
will.
will get Dara
100%.
on. He knows he's been a Liverpool fan.
Yeah,
Consistency is
Dara's.
He's old
Yeah.
school Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
He's like way back than us as well, you know.
And Daryl wants to come on also. We're gonna bring Daryl as well.
Come on.
You have to. It has to be done, man.
Yeah,
man.
we're gonna do a team anyway, man. I'm gonna put the lineup for the team, and we've got a
Get
team.
12
that's
and Brian
regular.
on there. Get the whole crew. Lee.
Yeah,
Man.
let's do that, man.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Zubimendi for me, he's a player. If you don't know if he's coming and going, 100%. Like
Yeah.
he like for me, Arsenal can have him, but he was like, oh, Alonso's sort of back at Madrid, and he's old Real Sociedad something or another, and blah blah blah. You know, like footballers. Like for me,
Have we
I've never been.
dodged the bullet there, though? But have we actually dodged the bullet on that one? I'll come back to this.
It looks
point,
like
yeah.
it in a weird way. Yeah.
Let me just welcome the new people in, guys. Sorry about that. There's so many comments as always, so I need to just welcome the new people in. They've never been here before, so why not, man? Sorry about that. So the rest, we will get to your comments. Don't worry. You guys are the most important anyway. So let's welcome the people.
100%.
Man, I'm going all the way down, guys. Like, what the heck?
Awesome.
Big up, Lady B. Big up.
Oh, bless Bernadette.
Yes.
Piano.
Lady B, she's back on there.
There you go, Nalante. That's for you.
See, all
Good
this.
football knowledge,
This is
bro.
your fault, Fuzzy. Like Steve is obsessed with this when it was off night.
There
You see what you've done?
You were the one
It's
that
obsession.
fell asleep,
Hi, bless.
You were the one that fell asleep, bro.
Of course, it's off air.
Just stay awake.
It's not a big. It's off air. There's an obsession now. There's an obsession now.
It was
Bro,
funny nonetheless.
We know what happened. Don't do that. We rewinded there. You know what I mean? We know what happened.
That's fine. It's off air. That's a bit. You wait until I catch one of you two. Yeah, it's off air. I'm not bothered.
Lady B
I'm not
says
involved, bro.
Virgil is
I know, JK. You're the sensible one.
Lady B. Virgil's easy on the eye. Wow.
There's a Versace.
No, you know, Fuzzy.
God damn it.
Lady B of Liverpool. She's a lady of class.
Yeah, I could see by her dress. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Very
Lady B
expensive.
knows. She knows
Very
good
expensive.
football, bro, as well.
Very
Like,
expensive.
she's
And
good
some
football,
champagne.
man.
She does.
Cha-ching, you know?
And some champagne.
I mean, very expensive, very expensive. What's going on, Greg? Got to buy a striker, left wingers. If Diaz and Gakpo are leaving, do you agree with him, guys? You can take the floor, please.
Gapco ain't leaving for me. No way.
What about-
There's no chance. There's more chance of Salah leaving, and he's just signed a contract. Gapco for me, very important player. Slot loves him. Actually, Slot loves Diaz and Gapco. So that's a weird one. For me, out of the attack, the three people can go is Jota, Darwin, and Chiesa. For me, Salah, Gapco, and Diaz stay.
Well, you know, bro.
That's how I look at it.
Big up, okay.
Huh?
What about you, Nolante? What do you think of that, bro?
Nothing to say. It's
Huh?
JK's already said it. Next.
Yeah.
Bless.
I just think, you know what I mean, it's just a situation where people are looking for something to write about. They've got nothing to write about, so they want to write about that. You know what I mean? So Gakpo, not going nowhere. Not for me. Not going nowhere.
You know, like with me, when I look at Gakpo, guys, I don't think people realize the importance of him last season. You know, like the goals that he got and what he contributed to the team. You know what I mean? I think people overlook that because what they look for is flair players that get past players on a consistent basis and thinking, oh, it's great. But look at the importance of him. Like, he creates goals, scores a lot of goals, and he obviously when he has to get past players to go by the byline and cross the ball, and he does things like that as well. And you're forgetting with Gakpo, he's not just a left winger. He could play as a striker, and he could play in the midfield as well. So we could put him in other positions. It don't have to be always in the left wing, if you know what I mean. So having a player like that in your team, that's like an army Swiss knife, is important for that football club. And you know, like when you get injuries, you always got a player that's got more to his game that can play in different positions as well. So think about it that way, guys. I mean, big up Greg, by the way, man. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Wouldn't you ever love to see Salah play one game on the left wing?
I love to see that, but
I love to see that.
They don't want to do things like that anymore. It's a thing of the past. That's what they say.
And I don't like that, because me, I want to see a guy with a left foot beat his guy and swing it in, you know, like.
Yeah.
And that's why we're not getting, look, the number 9 situation is because our wingers don't cross the ball. Actually, Salah did it a lot this season, actually. But it's the first time he actually concentrated on his game just to make it for other people. He didn't think, you know what, I want to score. He was like, I want to make assists to be on his record. And it was the first time he's done that. But there's not enough crosses. Look at the goal against Arsenal. Robertson got the ball, swung it in, Gapco, bang.
Yeah.
That's simple football, and we didn't do that enough.
Yeah, 100%, man. I agree with you, bro. Like, what I look at, the way you're talking about it, JK, is perfect. What you just said. Sometimes, like majority of the time, actually, not just sometimes, all the time, football should be about the football team. It should not be about individual players and pleasing how they play in the team. If we can't open up teams and we're struggling, switch wingers. Do something different. I mean, majority of the time, the game is a draw anyway, or we're losing by 1 goal, and we can't score, and then we lose a game or we draw a game after that. So if you switch wingers and put crosses in, imagine 2 left footers and 2 right footers in the wings. That means one of them is going to get the cross in. If it's hard to to do that. I mean, and you know, like when you got obviously the left-footed player on the right and the right-footed player on the left. They stopped your obviously the strongest point, which is cutting in. So if you switch it, you know what I mean, imagine 2 of the same foot coming at you. You don't know which one to mark. So there's balls always going across the 60-yard box, and all someone has to do is tap it in. And we don't do that enough. Sometimes, like, we're afraid to put players in different positions because we're used to them being in that position, if you know what I mean. But we're willing to sacrifice a game because of that. It shouldn't be like that, in my opinion. But what do you think, Uncle Rods?
No, listen, I couldn't agree to even more, seriously, because it's just like it's having versatility in a game. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna play the same way all the time, you're easy to work out. Do you know what I mean? Easy to work out, you start losing games. You have to give the opposition something different to think about all the time. Do you know what I mean? Now, if that sort of like situation of like a person swapping the wings and all that sort of stuff, were then fair dues. Do you know what I mean? That's why I looked at sort of like when you got like your left wingers. Do you know what I mean? You know, certain left wingers that which can sort of like an Anthony Gordon. I know you don't rate him,
No, I
but
do
like
rate him in sort of like in a certain way, but you know,
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Liverpool player. I think we
In
need
a
to
certain way.
Yeah.
What way is that, Fuzzy?
I think we're better than that, if you know what I mean. Sometimes the romance of football has to step aside and think about, you know, what's good for Liverpool. But carry on.
No, you're right. But what I like with him is that he can interchange.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah, you're
always
right.
important when you have a team. He can start off on the left, yeah, and he can go into that number 10 slot, and he can even play on the right. Do you know what I mean? So if you got something like a Florian Wirtz, yeah, playing as a 10, and he could play on the left wing as well, obviously, you can have them two interchanging. It just confuses the defense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I like about a player like Anthony Gordon. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you always got to give the opposition something different to think about. If you remain stagnant in what you're doing, we're just going to get worked out, and what will happen? You just slowly find yourself going down and down and down in the league. Same thing with Tottenham, you right? They have one way of playing: attack.
Yeah.
I mean, high line and stuff. Yeah. Consequently, yes, they won the Rebel Cup, but where did they finish in the league? 17th, close to relegation. Do you understand what I'm getting
Yeah.
at? So you always have to give the opportunity something to think different to think about. So if we can swap players around, you know what I mean, they can play in this position, that position, like in-game management. Listen, it's gonna be good. You know, we'll more likely get number 21, and that's what I want. Most of all, I want number 21 instead of obviously number 7. I want number 21. That's the most important thing I want. I will take number 7 as well, but number 21 that's me. You know what I mean? But it's just giving the opposition something different to think about. You cannot remain stagnant.
Oh, 100% no.
In the way of playing. You can't.
Yeah. What about you, Nalante, brother? If he's there, is he sleeping again? Oh man, God damn it!
That's all right. You need to stop these little accusations and stop getting people excited over one little thing off there, yeah? Listen, you don't need to stop, you know,
Sorry,
get
man.
Max on here.
Come
Come
on,
bark at you, yeah?
You want to that
But oh man, you get too obsessed. You wait.
What's your name? Kawakun C.
He's gonna get me back for this, so let's go.
Yeah, don't worry, Max, because Coron's tempo was rising last time.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely
Big
right.
up Norm, big up Norm, bro. Big up Norm in the house. Scary Terry in the
That's
house.
Norm.
Big up, guys. Big up. Yeah. Go on, Nalante, brother.
Oh, in terms of the league or Champions League?
No. In terms of players, like what JK said, he made a great point about playing Salah left wing sometimes, like just to change the game when we're stuck in games and all that stuff.
I mean, to be fair, Slot, he's done it at times. At times this season, Gavin Birch as a centre back, or he's pulled him more forward, or Isobo, he's moved him more to the left. So he's done it. I think he's done it at some times. Salah left hand side. Yeah, I mean it could, but again, we've got. Depending on what happened with Lucho and Cody, if you want to do that, yeah, we could do that. Alternative, but I think Slot at times the season gone, he's been a bit fluid and the players have moved about, so I wouldn't really worry about too much. Mo on the left, yeah. Maybe, but we've got a system that's just working at the moment. But again, we just have to see how the squad, as I said with everything, when we get to the start of the Premier League, who we've got in the squad, who we started with, and then we can take it from there. But yeah, the fluidness at times, Slot has done that. It's again, like JK said, my whole thing with Arne is the whole rotation thing and the stubbornness, which I don't like at times. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And like I said, and I'll say that again, and I'll bet with anyone in the chat, anyone, if he does the same thing again, he does the whole 14, 15 player thing, we ain't doing no back to back. Believe me, we We won't be doing no back to back.
That's definitely impossible.
Yeah.
McDonald's, anytime, mate. McDowell's all day long.
Yeah,
bro.
McDowell's, isn't it? That's coming to America.
McDowell, yeah. Oh, yeah. True
McDowell's.
knows about that. You know what? Coming to America too. Actually, that was just that was poor. That was
Bro,
poor.
it was on today.
destroyed.
I just quickly watched 2 seconds of it.
Yeah.
I
know,
can
that's
imagine it
just-
went great.
Yeah,
can't
JK.
believe
Yeah,
it,
it
man.
was poor. It was Can't lie.
Leave the classic alone, guys.
Exactly, Puzzy. Certain things you don't touch.
Leave that.
Yeah,
Yes.
just left it
So
alone.
definitely leave that. Yeah.
Mamma mia! God, you're out! Magnifico! Montebella! Tutti frutti!
Tutti frutti. Yeah. Crystal.
I was gone.
Oh man, Chris Tucker at his best, man. I'm gonna watch Money Talks tonight. Actually, this morning. Sorry, I'm gonna watch it when I leave here, man.
Yeah.
I love Money Talks. It is a funny film, man. If you ever watch Money Talks with Charlie Sheen and Chris Tucker, I suggest you watch it, man. You're gonna be laughing
It's
for
funny.
hours.
Yeah. Def Comedy Jam. Watch it.
Yeah, let me just go with the comments, guys. Then we just discuss things further. I want to discuss with you guys about YouTube, innit? And before we go, how you like think about it, in regards to people, having their place like in YouTube. It's difficult for some of us because there's too many people doing the same thing, and where do we have to fit in order for us to get our chance? That's what I want to ask you guys once I look at the messages. Like let people listen in it, like, because I don't think people talk about that enough. If you know what I mean. Whenever I look at YouTube nowadays, everybody's doing the same stream at the same time, talking about the same thing. So I was looking at earlier, where do we fit in? I have to go different hours in order for me to do my one, you know what I mean? Because someone else from our fan base is doing that, and I don't want to be stepping on toes, you know what I mean? So is it just too many people doing the same thing? I'm asking the chat as well. Is it too many of us doing the same thing? And is it a bit too much? That's the question I want to ask you guys, because the one thing I don't want to be like on YouTube is repetitive, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be like those, those TikTok people that do the same moves every single time, upload the same stuff again and again to get more views again and again. I mean, I don't want to be doing that. I want to like talk about different things. Like yesterday we was talking about certain things. Today we're talking about a different thing.
Soul
you know what I mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, bro, you got to keep it organic. Like we're Liverpool fans, and Liverpool fans do it different. Like for me, when I see content creators who supposed to support Liverpool jumping on the players 24/7s, that's not the Liverpool way. Yeah, now you can ask Norman that. Norman's old school, and even this guy's here. We've been supporting Liverpool a long time.
Oh, Hussein Raid. Oh, thank you, Hussein, brother. Thank you, my guy. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, brother. We'll talk later, man. We'll talk later. I'm gonna call you later anyway. We'll talk later. But carry on, JK.
Keep it organic, man. Like for me, I ain't got real time to argue over Darwin. Is he staying or going or this, that, and the other? For me, facts are facts and stuff, bro. Keep it organic, man.
I think a lot.
What about you, Uncle Ross? What do you think, man? Because like I see you every single day, almost trying your best and all that stuff. And I think you're a great YouTuber, Unks. And I respect you. All of us over here respect you for who you are. Do you think like there's a space for people like us on YouTube, Unks, or isn't it? Because I don't know anymore. Like we've been here for a long time. I don't want to keep going on about it. But when you see a lot of people doing it around the same time as us, Liverpool fans as well, it's difficult. One thing, I'm a guy who respects other people. You know what I mean? I don't want to step on people's toes that I know that do YouTube. So what I do, I swerve it. I wait for different hours when nobody's there. Then I jump in. Not for selfish reasons. It's out of respect, basically. But Unks, you could go ahead, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard because what I've noticed that toxic sells. As I say, that toxicity, so if I said it the right way, it sells. Do you know what I mean? The more toxic you are, it seems like the more likes you're going to get and the more views you're going to get. Now, we as people, we don't deal with all that. Well, I don't deal with all that. I know you don't deal with all that. And Lanty don't deal with that. And JK don't deal with that. We just keep it, you know what? We keep it real. We just keep it at 100. You understand what I'm saying? And keep it the facts. Do you know what I mean? I don't like getting caught up with arguments with people on on social media and you know what I mean on YouTube, and I see that a lot. Do you know what I mean? But that sells. All we can do in a day is just like try and look for a good slot and give it our best shot. That's what I've done. I've literally done the same thing. I've tried to look for the best time, because look at what I said the other day. I said like I'm gonna come on 11:30 instead of 12.
Yeah.
And I've done that. Big up, Wayne. Big up. Like tomorrow now, I'll be on at sort of like 11 o'clock, you know, in the morning. You know what I mean? So I can at least get a full hour before I have to get up and do things with my dad. You all know the situation with my dad.
I see it, man. It hurts me, Unks. You know, like on your chat when I see that, and you want to do your best, obviously, in regards to bringing in content for that channel, for Uncle Rod's channel. But sometimes I see you obviously step away, and people don't understand like the reasons and all that stuff, and you have to explain to them. You know what I mean? And I've always championed you, Unks. You know what I mean? And I want you to succeed, my friend. And explain away, mate. I'm just explaining to people what you go through that people don't see. If you know what I mean?
People don't see things in the background. They don't see the background of what you got to do. You know what I mean? If some people probably think at the end of the day that when I step away from the mic and you know put back soon, they probably think I'm just off doing whatever. They don't realize what I'm actually doing. You know what I mean? They don't realize at the end of the day that I'm taking my dad to the bathroom so he can get his face washed and this and that. Then I've got to take him downstairs. Do you know what I mean? Make sure he gets downstairs all right. Then I've got to make his breakfast and stuff. Do you know what I mean? You know? Then I've got to be there if he wants to go to the bathroom again to take him to the bathroom. Do you know what I mean? So
they don't see.
I don't moan about it. You know what I mean? It's my duty to do so because it's my parents. My duty.
All about you. You know what I mean? We was baby once. Who's looking after us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? A lot of people don't. I think they don't understand that. So what I try to do, I try to give you the best content that I can. I try to pick a time slot where obviously not a lot of people are on at that time there, and bang, go for it. Do you know what I mean? That's all we can do. But it's hard. The YouTube world, each and every year, is getting harder because like
do you
people
think
are doing
because
different
we're
things.
too nice? That's the reason for it. We have to be ruthless. Is it because we're too nice as people? Do we have to be ruthless in order for us like to be in that side of the game?
I'm not changing for nobody. I won't change. Listen, the way that we are, me, you, Nalanti, JK, and then there's other people as well, like you know, Anfield, Irishman, and so on. We're perfect the way we are because you know what it is? We're just real. You know what I mean? You're not getting a carbon copy because trust me, I know for a fact today, if I meet JK, he's gonna be the same as as he is on here. If I meet Nalante, it's gonna be the same thing. I've met you before, I met you before when we went to that little game. And I met up with you, and I was talking to you and your wife and all that, and that was just priceless. That was just priceless. So we don't change off camera. A lot of the people they would change off camera. They're not themselves, and they're not like boastful, this and that. You know, up themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know, listen, I think the way that we are is priceless. It is priceless.
What about you two, JK and Atlanta? What do you guys think?
You got Atlanta.
No, but you go first, JK. You go first, bro.
No, guys, if it's a touchy subject, it's fine, man. We could just talk about it.
But for me, it's the bigger picture of just football. You know, when you look at the world in itself, social media has made people turn to little animals. It's sort of like real, like weird behavior. Because at the end of the day, bro, the more you give out, the more you're gonna get. At the end of the day, you gotta go. Everyone's gotta go to sleep. And for me, if you've just been arguing with about 30, 40 so-called Liverpool fans, it ain't going to do your health no good in the bigger picture in the long run.
Sorry, JK,
you got to enjoy it.
So, JK, I could just cut you 1 second there. Listen, we got 354 people watching us at the moment. Everybody, stop what you're doing and smash those likes. Smash the likes. Stop what you're doing. It only takes a second or two to smash the likes and sub if you haven't subbed. 354 people in the building. Come on, let's get these likes up, man. Let's get these likes up. Sorry, JK, carry on. Sorry.
We can argue all the time if you want to, you know. But if you want to do that for the rest of your life, carry on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, Nalante, anything you want to say? If not, it's fine, bro.
Look, yeah, I mean, Uncle Rod's and JK something that apparently, you know what I mean, real recognize real, you know what I mean? It's just,
man,
it's
that's
just
true,
pretty,
man.
yeah, man, it's pretty simple. Like me and JK, we bucked up at the parades. We are, man. We got on, man, and we were vibes in. We got on. We met people. We were vibes in. The energy was good. I even met one of my guys that I used to work with, security, like, but I ain't seen him for about 10 years.
Yep.
Bumped into them, and with me and JK, he is who he is. I am who I am. We were vibes in, man. Although there's certain things on the parade, we know what. I won't go about, unfortunately, what happened. The organization was crap. But, in a rain with me and him, we were vibes in with my other boy.
Look after people, yeah.
Looking after people. We had to do, we had to deal with, children, crying, women, stuck in, like tight, and we all, we done the best they can, but nothing can change the heart. Nothing can change the heart.
Exactly.
This is it. Nothing can change that. You know what I mean? And in terms of YouTube, look, I've said it before. Like I said, since I've got into watching Liverpool, I only watch a few. Not that I'm not hating on anyone and anything like that, but it's just I find it very hard, And I need people to be authentic. Now, each to their own. There's some out there. Let's be real. The clickbaiters, they only do it for money, and they do Liverpool podcasts. They do clickbaiting for money. They don't do it for the real reasons. They disrespect other Liverpool podcasters. I've seen it. Uncle Ford's, Fuzzy, JK, that group. I'm not going to name names. Obviously, I could go that, and I don't like that. So, but what I do is anyone that I disagree with or I'm not feeling, I just take myself out of it because I'll be a big hypocrite if I'm watching something that I don't like. It's no point, and I comment on it. What's the point? Then I'm the fool. So, who I disagree with, regardless of people like them or not, I just stay away and I just keep it with the real people. That's it. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, the three of us, we both know this. We discussed it offline. The people that are desperate for viewers or clicks or babes. Oh, yeah, cool. I want to get the money. They don't appreciate. Like I said, the chat. Big up Norm, man. Norm. Like I said, Norm. Like we all know Norm. He goes to every game. He's a real one, Norm. Like Lady B, and there's others there. Obviously we know individually. So we just do what we do, man, and we all do it for the love of the club and obviously the people here, and that's it. Simple as, man.
Big fact. Well said, man. Well said.
Well said, guys. Obviously, I have to take your opinion just to see if I'm seeing something different to you guys. But from what you guys said, it's similar to what I think, and appreciate that, guys. Honestly, appreciate the honesty, as I always say, man. Big up, Scary. If you had to pick Alvarez or Isak, that's an easy one for me, brother. It's Alvarez all day long.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. Alvarez for me.
I'm Isaac.
Nalante?
Same as my German brother. 9. Isaac.
Two Alvarez, two Isaac.
Wunderbar.
This is what we do so far in the team wise. Obviously, I've taken that Soposlai out of the obviously squad. If we go with this next season, are you guys happy or not? I'm asking everybody in the chat as well. So,
ping pong, Kerkez.
Everyone's getting close to have a look. Let me have a look 1 second.
Nah, take Jota out there, man. He'd probably be injured.
No, but I'm saying this is what we got so far.
Roger's like, nah, sir. We have blood clot talking about.
You know what it is? He'll probably be paying FIFA, innit?
I like that. On the graphic, he'll be injured. You know what I mean? Even on there. Blood,
he should have scored twice today, Jota. He did this beautiful piece of skill. And it's like, wow, go on. And
what's
he
the
should have scored.
He's weak, isn't he, man? He's freaking weak, this guy, man. He never completes a damn season, man. It really frustrates me with him.
I think that guy landed on him, did him real bad. That guy landed on him, did him
was it Casado or Lavia? One of them two. I remember the move, and he got taken out. And I think he's going to be through.
Just stay freaking fit, man. Like, why do we have to beg for you every single time, man? It's annoying, man. It's really
Step it
annoying.
up.
I don't even know my chat is gone, guys. I can't even see it. I don't know if you can see it, guys. Let me know.
Yeah,
So-
I can see it.
I can't see it. Oh,
I think Isaac, because we know that he don't want to go to somewhere where it's sunny and hot. Maybe Alvarez wants that nice weather, beach sort of life. I don't know how near the beach is to Madrid, but hey, the weather's definitely better there than it is in like northwest England.
Yeah.
So for me, Isaac's the guy. I just wish that Newcastle didn't get Champions League football. I think that would have been an easy process then.
Yeah.
Bang, offer him that much, bang, we'll get him. And Isaac would want to leave. Now the fans are going to be saying, bro, we got Champions League, you got to stay. You know what I mean?
they're the richest club in the world as well. Don't forget, guys, that they are the richest club in the world. Newcastle, they're richer than Man City. So
yeah, but see who they buy to strengthen their Champions League push next season. They've got to buy, isn't they? Yeah.
I still don't think Newcastle's that poor though. No matter how much money they've got, I just don't think Newcastle is that kind of poor that you know
it hasn't got it.
Yeah,
they
it hasn't got it.
The old days, Asprilla, Genoa, they had like Paul.
Ferdinand.
Asprilla, and then
they did have a phase where big stars went there. So it's just weird.
They had a good team at one time in the 90s. In the 90s, they had a good team. They had really
should have won the league.
You're right, Nante.
That was when football was football.
I just don't think they've got that pull to say, well, look, you know, that a top baller's going to go there, no matter how much money they got. You know, the person's going to think, well, you know, what's best for my career? Is it going to be going to Liverpool or going to Newcastle? When the hands down, it's going to be Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
I wish Bruno was at our club. You know what I mean? From Ramirez. From
he's good. He is. I like him.
He's a good little player. He's growing on me. Like.
One thing
he loves playing for him.
Well, like if Klopp was here, he buys those type of players, doesn't he? And you've got to think about it. There's one thing that was good about Klopp compared to other managers. He always bought captains every single time. Captains are the easiest one to take instructions. So and that's why we were so successful on the club, because he brought leaders to the team, and that's why that's why Liverpool was so good at that time.
That's a good fact, guys. The whole team is nearly captains of the countries, you know.
You know, with this, guys, you know, with this formation, what I like about it next season is different to this season. So, you know, like you could be predictable. Let me just put it that way, chat, and everybody, obviously, Uncle Rod's, Nalante, and JK. This formation next season, I can see the likes of Salah enjoying it more, because I think he'll be marked less. Because, you know, these two fullbacks, they're so like to overlap. And they like to dribble as well. Don't forget, they like the 1-2s and they go, don't they? 1-2 and go. And sometimes, Frimpong, from what I've seen of him when I was watching recently, he takes on people, goes on the outside, inside, shoots, and all that stuff. With Kerkez, he's always overlapping, and he makes sure there's always a ball inside the 6-yard box. He aims for that area every single time. So if we have a clinical finisher, bam, straight in the goal. That's what I like about this team. So like when things are difficult for obviously the wingers like Salah and Gakpo or Diaz, whoever it is, you've got these two backing them, young, fresh. You know what I mean? They're in their early 20s, them two. So they're going to be doing a lot of damage as fullbacks next season, man. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Because, you know, like when you go into a season, guys, it could be predictable, innit? It could be the same thing, different season. And then, you know, it gets boring and teams find you out. But with this, we could be lethal next season, man. And we get the right recruitment in the striker position. Goodness gracious me. You know what I mean? It'll be like this.
Let your soul go. Just let it shine through.
It'll be like this. You know what I mean? So we're going to have fun, guys. We're going to have fun, guys. Today is a bit, you know, less than yesterday because they took away my money. But it is what it is.
Who took away that, man?
It's YouTube, man. YouTube.
How
can you
serves you right?
Money. Like it doesn't make.
Serves you right.
I'm going to the studio, man. I'm going to do my own one. That's what I'm going to do.
Fuzzy, did you hear what Nalante said? You go, serves you right, you know.
Yeah, serves you right.
Take that back, bro. Take that back.
Read up that. Big up Nalante, man.
Guys, Anything
Just
you guys
say-
want to say before we go? Obviously, the
Yeah,
chat.
just Shawnee was
sorry
saying
about
that
the
they
chat.
couldn't get on the stream. Nah, he
Who?
wasn't giving a time out for what, bro? Everything's cool. Not like they said they can't see the chat and stuff.
No, I can see it. I can see it now. I saw that. It's all good.
Okay, sorted. Nah, no time out for what, bro? It's all good.
Yeah. No, honestly, man. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Thank you to Husam who obviously sent the raid over here. Appreciate that, brother, man.
I'll put you the link in the chat as well for Uncle
Yeah,
Rods and mine.
just go and
Thanks,
subscribe to Uncle Rods and everybody else, and you know, just put it in the chat whatever you want. We'll obviously use that to us to respond to as well. Let me just put Uncle Rods on the thing. At Uncle Rods, please hit the likes. It helps the video. Thank you guys. Obviously the algorithm is the key thing here. Appreciate that as well, man.
You got 77 likes.
Yeah, it should be more than that, innit? Should be more than that. I'm sure like the 200 that came in, they're liking what they're seeing because we're having fun over here, aren't we, guys?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Ching, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, ching, ching, ching. You better give me some of that ching, ching. Yeah.
gunshot to them, man. Gunshot for them. Yeah. Delante, gunshot for them.
Yeah, no, sir. You know, correct. Time is money. Money is time. You know.
Let me just call out people, guys. Big up LNK, big up Isak, big up Dan76, City, big up City, of course, Hussam Wayne, Kinsman, of course, has 20. Big up everybody that's come on. Appreciate that. Jay, of course. Is it Michelle? I think it's Michelle. Yeah, it says there. Sean. There's so many people that's just come into the chat. Unks. So what's the next project, my friend? Before we get out of here.
Got a show tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. We're going to talk about the transfers. We're going to talk about Wirtz and Kerkez and any other transfers that we come up against. You know what I mean? Come upon. Do you know what I mean? So basically, and there's a transfer show.
Yeah.
Basically, anybody who wants to talk about anything, you know, just put in the chat, ask me questions, and yeah, we're all good. So that's 11 o'clock tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm working on a show with Cal from Coppish on Friday. So I'm trying to get that sorted. So it could be Friday afternoon, late afternoon. I'm not too sure yet. See what happens. But
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
There you go.
He hollered at me today, so you know we're gonna make it happen still. So yeah, we're gonna make it happen still. So yeah, those are the two things I've got coming up at the moment. Just like general other shows, you know what I mean? I'm just taking advantage of this good time that we seem to be in as YouTubers. Do you know what I mean? To get myself out there. Do you know what I mean? The best way I can. So yeah. The link
is right on the side over there, people. JK has already put all the links of the channels on there as well. So please go subscribe to them.
Quality.
I'm on the road to 3,000. I've been here for a long time. Let's get there as soon as possible. If you could help me out with that, guys, appreciate that. And I will be back tomorrow, definitely. There should be breaking news someday, you know what I mean? So I'll be around in the afternoon time chatting to you guys as always, and me and you. Please tune in. I hope you like that lineup as well. Let's see what Norm is saying. Norm is saying what you have to decide for is it quantity over quality. You can have 500,000 subs, but will it be a good content? I prefer a small pond, but that is my opinion. Yeah, spot on, bro. I'm with you, man. That's why I've always been with the same subscribers. I've never moved from my subscribers. I mean, I stayed the same. I've never changed the way I am, and I'm gonna stay the same, bro. I'm always, you know, cheerful, knowledgeable Liverpool fan. By the way, know more about Liverpool, and you know, when I got the likes of JK and Alante and Uncle Rods on here, it makes me happy, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And then for me, it was like the reason I came onto YouTube and stuff like that because I was seeing how the Liverpool fan base was getting affected by certain fan groups. Like, what the fuck are they doing? So for me, I was like, I got to get the good guys together, you know, like the proper traditional Liverpool fans. And I've sort of done that over the year and that 12th man, Brian, us guys, you know. So we've got to keep it sort of like, remember the 90s, real hip hop and all that. We've got to keep it real, man, with Liverpool fans. Respect. And Sean, I hope you wish you well with all what you got on.
Sean says a channel feel out with me over miscommunication and misunderstanding, and I still have massive respect for him. Don't like how he made it public, but life is short, and if we have learned anything from it, listen, Sean. At the end of the day, YouTube is YouTube, innit? And all I can say for you is just be you. You know what I mean? That's all you can do. You don't have to, worry about other people, what they say. Just worry about what you think. And
That's
what
one
you
G,
think
innit?
man. Huh?
Hey, Fuzzy, Sot Kokosi. That's that guy from up north, innit? He's a Yorkshire lad, isn't he?
I don't think.
I think he is, you know.
He was
No,
on.
I've done a few shows with Sean. With
I
Frank
think
and
he's got his own channel, does his own shows, and he does little stuff. Yeah, Sean, I'm sure I know him. Yeah, respect to you, folks.
The toxicity, toxicity, 100%, bro, 100%.
I know this guy. I know this guy. I've watched his content before.
Good guy, man.
Oh, he's a good guy. I watched his content before. I know this guy.
Yeah. Let me just go over the comments.
Let me see if I got a link for him.
What's your thoughts on who's this? I don't know.
Regate. He plays for Atlanta, the Italian striker.
Okay.
Atalanta. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. You saw Hoyland, whatever his name is, plays for Man.
Yeah, Rasmus.
I mean, he was their best striker. You know what I'm saying? And look what happened to Man United. Doesn't even kick a ball. Don't know where the ball is. Gets lost.
Listen, to me, Italian strikers don't really do it in the Premiership. You know what I mean? Don't really do it in the Premiership. Midfielders are a different matter. They seem to sort of adapt well. There's midfielders and stuff from wingers, but strikers. Look at the guy that West Ham bought in from Sassuolo. Do you know what I mean? He lasted 1 season. Yeah, he lasted 1 season in England, and he ran back. He literally ran back to Italy.
What's his name? Scalameca or whatever. I forgot his name, but yeah.
And he plays for Atalanta now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He literally ran back to Italy. He just he was frightened, man. He's just like, nah, this is not for me. Do you know what I mean? So strikers don't really do that well. Yeah, me and from Yorkshire, I am Irish, but
there you go, bro.
yeah. But I think he's with the guy. He's with the guy that is from Yorkshire.
There's a crew in that channel. There's a crew.
Yeah. I know the guy. This guy. I watched his content before. He does some good content. Yeah. Really good content he does.
Yeah, 100%. Ravi says, you guys, at least you got to know your community, not like these so-called big channels who don't care who watches because they don't interact with the chat. All they care is about super chat members' money.
It's like talking to a brick wall, bro.
Money, my friend. And thank you, by the way, Sean. Didn't need the obviously super chat, but appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Nice one, bro. Yeah.
Sean.
You don't have to do that, Sean. I always read your messages, bro. I'm always here for you guys. I'm always reading your messages, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, Skamaka, that's it. Skamaka. Skamaka, yeah.
There you go, Dan, Mr. 76. Yeah, guys, like, share, and subscribe. I will be back tomorrow, like always, in the afternoon. And I don't think I'll be back at night because I'm going to work the next day. So it's going to be difficult for me to do all that stuff. There's Sean's channel over there. The link is right on the, obviously, chat. So please go and subscribe to him. Let me see what Sean is saying before we go. His name is Adam, by the way.
Yeah. I've watched their stuff before. Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
So there you go, man. Yeah, I like them. They've got good communication with each other, and it's very respectful what these guys do on their channel. Really like that. Really like that.
Good stuff. I recommend people subscribe to their channel and watch their content. They are good, very good. You know what I mean?
And there's 3 of us. Adam, his channel, of course. Me, Martin were previously from Fenway. We come not to pay. I remember that.
That's a wicked line. That is. I love it.
I like it.
That's a top line.
Super chat is showing respect, mate. Oh, I understand, bro.
Love and respect for that, man. Love and respect.
Love and respect as always, bro. Thank you very much for that. Ravi says, you guys keep rocking down the house. Thank you.
Big up, Ravi. Always big up.
Ravi needs to come on the show, man.
I wish he
knows he's always welcome.
He knows that.
That'd be good.
All right, guys, that's us done. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will be back tomorrow in the afternoon sometime. You know, I do spontaneously nowadays. I don't do it like, promoting it. I just do it spontaneously. Look, 12 o'clock, probably 2:30 or 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock or something. I'll be there. All right, guys, take care, everybody. Thank you very much.
Love and respect, man. Big up everybody. Love
Thank
and
you
respect.
to the raid as well from Hussam. Appreciate that, bro. And yeah, we're out of here. Take care, everybody.
Peace.